What's going on, guys and gals? This is Auto Tech. So I am heading home now on this chilly morning from my local Triumph dealer, which unfortunately there's only one in this city. And I just say unfortunately because I mean they're clear across town, and I question their customer service. I had my first warranty problem with this bike, and now funny enough, I had this problem about a week after getting the bike, but it took about 3 months to get the part in, so that definitely wasn't cool at all. And I'm kind of hoping it was like just this part, but it doesn't seem to be that way, and I'm noticing this is a problem with Triumph. And I wish I had kind of known that, you know, no, I still would have got the bike, but it's just, I hope I don't have like a major failure with this bike, because the amount of time it takes to get the parts is like, it's absolutely unacceptable. So basically the way, like the thing I'm going to complain about here in this video was I basically came in on like a Wednesday, and I wanted to check out the bike, and so then like the Thursday we went for a road test, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool, get a deposit down, and I was like adamant at the moment, like I want top box and saddlebags, and they're like, yeah, okay, cool, with the deposit we'll get them ordered and good to go. So I ended up picking up the bike the following Friday. So that was basically 6 business days, and, you know, over an entire week. And they were like, oh, you know, we're really sorry, but your saddlebags and hardware didn't show up, but you've got your top case and your sliding carriage. And I was like, okay, cool, like, I guess I'll make do. So, you know, the Angry Ginger and I did the 1K in a day, and I ran everything out of that top box, which, you know, packing for 3 days, including bike tools and all that kind of stuff, is it's not exactly easy to do in just a top case. But it took, oh man, like it took like 3 weeks to get my saddlebags in. And in the meantime, about a week after getting the bike, I started getting some moisture in the right front fog light. Not the end of the world, not Triumph's fault, you know, they don't make the fog lights, they subcontract them out to somebody. But about 2 weeks after getting the bike, I had swung in to get them to start a warranty claim for the fog light. And, you know, my saddlebags still weren't in at that point, and they were like, okay, well, you know, we've got the photos of the fog light, we'll get the part ordered up, we'll give you a call when it gets in. Cool. So, you know, a week or so later, I get the call that the saddlebags are in. Great, I'm coming down, I'm going to pick them up because I'm installing them myself, not a big deal. And by the way, did my fog light come in? Nope, not yet. Alright, cool. So I kind of let time slide, you know, I was doing lots of riding and stuff like that, and then like 2 months had gone by, and I was like, where is that fog light? Like, you know, I'm getting sick of looking at this thing with moisture, and, you know, obviously when people are jealous of a bike or whatever, you know, they go through it with a fine-tooth comb, so I was like sick of my friends being like, oh, you got some moisture in this fog light, and it's like, yeah, I know, and it's on order. So I phoned Blackfoot, and here's where I think that they were lying to me, because he's like, let me check into this, and I'll call you back. And I was like, yeah, okay. So about an hour later, they phoned me back, and they're like, oh yeah, no, that part's it's on the way, but it's back ordered. Okay, so which is it? Is it on the way or is it back ordered? Well, you know, like it'll be here at some point. Like, it's definitely ordered, so we will let you know when it comes in. And I was like, okay, well, all right. So, you know, I hung up the phone, and I was like, all right, so my light's ordered now, because they had totally forgotten to order it, is what I gathered from that conversation. But now it took, I'd say close to another month after that for them to phone me and let me know that it came in. And then, so like, obviously I was like, okay, I'm coming in this Saturday to get it installed, because with the winter fast approaching. It's like I'm not gonna deal with leaving it sit until the spring, you know. I want my bike fixed, even if I'm gonna sit there and stare at it for 6 months. So now, here's my complaint with Triumph, at least in this area, or potentially just with this dealer. Like, I don't want to be waiting months on end for a part. Now, they make a pretty reliable bike from all the reviews that I've seen, but, you know, in the event that I crater the engine in this thing, is that it for my entire season? Like, I'm basically done for 6 months until they get a new engine, you know, on warranty? Or, you know, heaven forbid it's off warranty and I'm paying for it? You know, because that would actually... Like, I would probably just try and sell the bike at that point and, like, get something cheap so that I can continue riding. Like, I'm not going to lose an entire season of riding because I'm waiting on a part to arrive. And that's another thing, like, you know, engines aside, like, what if my wheel bearings crater or something like that, or need to be replaced? And it's like, am I going to be down for a month because I don't have a wheel bearing? Like, I'm hoping that it's just my luck with these last two things, but it's like, it definitely concerns me, because what if something major happens and then I'm actually like in a bad situation where I'm waiting for months on end to get a part? I don't know, you know, because even my fuel tank guard bars, which are from Germany, from an aftermarket company, those took 3 weeks to get in. So it's like, geez, you know, should I try and find myself some basic parts and then just kind of hold on to them in the hopes that, you know, if they ever break, I've already got them? That's not very budget efficient. I guess that's definitely something to consider when it comes to buying like offshore bikes. You know, this definitely isn't like an Asian-made bike, so the parts aren't coming from like China or Japan or something like that, ish, sorta. But you know, I guess even stuff coming from England, it can take quite a while to get here. So that's kind of unacceptable in my books, because you know, I know the dealership I work at, if something, for automotive purposes, if something is back ordered, I mean, they can put an emergency order on it and have it within 2 weeks usually. Something like a big diesel engine, yeah, that can take 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe a touch more, but it's definitely not 3 months. So I don't know. I mean, you know, for you guys that have Triumphs, or you guys that have like European bikes and stuff like that, what's been your story when it comes to getting parts? Are you waiting months on end, or is it typically a week max? I figured I would just keep this one nice and short, straight to the point. You know, just a little bit of a rant, and maybe I'll get some good insight out of people down in the comment section below. If you're new to this, make sure you go on and hit that subscribe button. Thank you for taking the time and watching.